And we're live. Good evening, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to Instant Reaction. Arsenal won, Benfica won, and I have a very special guest here, Lewis Vinti, Benfica After 90. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not happy, but I'm not unhappy. After the game I watched, I think we're quite lucky to get away with a 1-1 draw. So I'll put my hands up.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I don't know how you saw the game and everything, but I don't know. The first half was a bit it just because I don't know. The second half it just came to life. Like when for me personally, when you got that penalty, which was, I know when I was chatting to you, it probably wasn't, but actually it was a penalty. It was stupid by Smith Rowe. I don't know what you make of that.
Like I said to you, brother, I think I'll be honest with you. I'm a football fan. For me, it's not a penalty, but I know with the new rules that come into place, it is a penalty. And for me, it's not so much of like, was it a penalty or not? It's more about, is the new rule a right rule? Because I mean, he jumps for the ball. He's not really trying to play the ball with his arms or anything like that. The ball sort of like hits his arm. And the rule does say if it hits your arm, it's a penalty. I'm very happy to get a penalty because it's been 19 games in the Portuguese Liga, and I have not seen one.
Well, Arsenal love giving away gifts, and we just love to just give away. And
the
new rules is a penalty. I'm not a bias. I'm not an Arsenal fan that screams against refs. You probably see against refs with Arsenal fans, and going by the letter of the law, it's a penalty. And then I think when that happened, the game kind of woke up a bit. But Aubameyang, 3 goals.
You should have had a hat-trick. You should have had a hat-trick. Like I said, that you should have. Like I remember, even the first half for me, like you said, the first half was poor from both teams. I think Arsenal came out on top for sure in the first half. Both halves, to be honest. I think the second half was very like 50-50. But the first half, he definitely came out on top, and even by not playing that much, you could have at least, at the very minimum, Aubameyang has a chance right in front of goal. How are you missing that? Like you can't miss that sort of, you can't miss that. I remember, I sat there, I was like, well, that's 1-0.
I think the first one was the worst, wasn't it?
That's it. You just have to tap it in the net. Why are you not doing that?
I'm just remembering. Yeah, it's just. You probably haven't, but he's had a poor season, mate. Yeah, I know he scored a hat-trick on Sunday, but he's been really poor for us this season. I don't know. Do you watch? Have you watched some Arsenal games? Or?
Yeah. I watched. I'll be honest with you. I watched the Leeds one, the Wolverhampton one, and the one before that. I think was it Burnley? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
So I watched those, and like I said to you, I was surprised that I didn't see Lacazette at all, man. Like in the lineup. I was really surprised. I can see Glenn is in the chat, and I can honestly.
Glenn, so Glenn, welcome to the chat. Super Chelsea, good evening to you. Relentless, good evening to you, and True Guna, good evening to you as well. Before we go on, just tell me a bit about your channels, Lewis, and what you do, and if you could, because I'll put your link in the description for both your channels because you've got 2. So tell me a little bit about that before.
I'll explain that a little bit. So 21 or 21, that literally is what translates. It's just my channel. I do a lot of random stuff on it, like gaming, like away days. I always say to English-speaking people, follow Benfica After 90. That's where we analyze the games, Benfica games, usually right after the game if we can. And you don't have to be a Benfica supporter because we go through everything. We like football. I always say this. I'm a massive Benfica fan, as you can see, but I'm a huge football fan too. I like this football. So Mario from Canada, near Toronto, and Alex actually. His first name is Alex. Last name is Melo from California. And we just shoot it. We have some beers, we vape, and we just go at it. We talk about Benfica. So if you like football, follow us.
Sorry, which channel is this one?
Benfica After 90. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 21, don't worry about that, man. That's mainly, it's mostly Portuguese. So if you're not Portuguese, it might be a bit weird for you. But yeah.
We're all here to learn. So, guys,
Thank you.
if you haven't already, the link is in the description of both his channels. So I would appreciate if you go and subscribe to both. Because, yeah, it's always good. You know what I love about YouTube? You get to learn. And I'm learning about different football. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I probably wouldn't have the pleasure of speaking to a Benfica fan. So,
Oh, yeah. I can tell you something as well, man. I have realized in the last 3 days that Arsenal is by far the biggest London club, because the amount of people, I swear to God, the amount of people that have contacted me, like, I don't want to sound big-headed at all.
Oh, well,
but I had you, I had Glenn, I had HJ, I had a couple of other people as well that I had, you know, I didn't have to, but I was like, hey, I give something to Mario as well, and vice versa. And it's just been, I know Mario is on, it's been great.
And is this, you seem to be really into your YouTube and your football. Like, you seem to know, obviously, how long have you been doing this for? Because I was just looking, you seem to have quite a lot of experience.
So YouTube itself, I've been doing it for 6 years, I believe. Wow. I started with an English channel. Yeah, I started with an English channel, and then I sort of like scrapped that all up, and then I started my Portuguese channel. I do a lot of Twitch, and my Twitch is just gaming. Like,
go on, tell me.
I bought a new controller yesterday. I think everyone can appreciate that because it's Arsenal and Benfica at the same time. Amazing. Yeah, I bought that. It just arrived yesterday. So I do a lot of gaming on Twitch. It's literally, it's the same thing, 21, but with a 2 and 1 at the end. And I go on there, I play. I mainly talk to people. I love to talk, man. I think you can see that. So I'm just always online having a chat. I like to meet new people and just, you know, learn new things.
I really appreciate you giving up your time, because I know tonight
it's all good.
A very busy schedule.
It's all right, mate. It's all right.
Seriously, bow down to that. But getting into, do you know what? I was trying to look who stood out for Benfica, and I think the main thing that stood out was your defence.
Yeah, true.
Vertonghen had a good game, and was, in my opinion, I think he was your best defender, but maybe you'll disagree. I don't know. I thought he led the line well, and you guys dealt with us. I know Aubameyang had those chances, but we didn't pepper your goal. We didn't. I think you were quite, I don't know if comfortable is the right word, but I think you were happy with a draw. And I think, yeah, I don't know, you just seemed comfortable with what we threw at you, but I don't know how you saw it.
I think any of the 3 centre-backs could be the man of the match. I think Otamendi had a solid game. Vertonghen, or Scum, like you like to call him, had a decent game too. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Lucas Verissimo, the other centre-back, that was his first ever game for Benfica.
Yeah, because he came off injured. Is that right? He came off an injury.
So no, he sort of. So he played for Santos in Brazil in Copa Libertadores, the final, right? That's like the Champions League, but like South America Champions League. And they lost actually to Palmeiras, another Brazilian team. And when he came, he had some fitness issues.
Yeah. So
he didn't play for 2 games, and then he plays today. And I think he had a great game, even though, like you said, Aubameyang could have easily scored at least 2 to 3 goals, and it'd be a different conversation. We'd be sat here thinking, well, that's it. Congrats. You know, see you next year. But I think overall, I have to be happy with the 1-1 draw. I have to. I can't. I think the only player that really changed anything was Rafa. He came on and he wanted to make a difference. And but yeah, definitely. I will do my Benfica After 90 later, and my man of the match is going to be definitely Lucas Verissimo, our new centre-back from Brazil.
Was this his first competitive game?
First ever game, yeah.
And you thought you were impressed by him?
I was impressed because I think that is part of the reason as well. You come in, it's your first game, you're under the pressure, you want to show up, and you show up against Aubameyang. Sort of.
Is he a bit younger than Vertonghen and?
Oh yeah, a lot younger. I honestly, I am not sure,
Because I know they're like 33, aren't they? Are they around 33, Otamendi and Vertonghen?
Lucas Verissimo is 25 years old.
That's probably, well, you need a bit of youth and a bit of...
Yeah, no, we definitely need that. We sold Ruben Dias, you know.
That's what I mean. Going back to, I just felt you were comfortable, and I just felt that I wanted to see more. I know Aubameyang missed those chances, but after what I saw on Sunday, I thought we would have, and the same, with the same lineup, I thought that we would have done more. But it's like we only really properly woke up when you had that penalty. It's like it's sort of the game came to life, and then Saka, who I don't know if you, for me, I absolutely love him. He's of course, he's been our best player this season, which is embarrassing because he's 19 years old. But again, I thought that was that was a goal. For a second, I was thinking offside.
Yeah, same.
I kind of thought it was off. I don't know.
It's not. In my opinion, it's not. But when it was scored, when it was like 1-1, I messaged you saying, "Well then," and I thought, yeah, that's probably offside. And then he gave the goal, and I'm like, I watched the replay, and it wasn't. I was watching on a Portuguese TV, and they showed it. They were like, nope, no offside. That it's 1-1.
I think you brought one of your fans over,
Vincent, Martin, yeah,
Good evening, and thank you for coming to my channel. Good game tonight, he says. Good night, good night, fan of Arsenal. And he also says, careful, Rafa Silva.
Yeah, Rafa, that's his favourite player.
I was waiting for him to absolutely annihilate Bellerin, and it sort of didn't happen, did it? I was thinking he's going to... Yes, Bellerin is dead meat, and... But yeah, like, I thought we got the lineup right because but I might have wanted to see Lacazette and Martinelli, because I don't know if Martinelli's got a lot of pace and he's got a lot of fights, and I think if we'd gone a bit more instead of at the end, then we may have nicked a goal. But I know we've got that. I believe we've got an away goal. I think.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, very important goal.
Which is weird because it's in Italy, which I don't understand. Because didn't Porto and Juventus play in Portugal? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, because the issue here is not Portugal; it's the UK. Because I say we because I live in the UK. We're on the red list. So so basically, anybody from the UK can't play in the UK or it's a difficult. I believe the only reason that you didn't play in Portugal is because the UK has Portugal on the red list. So you can't travel to and then be back. If you want to travel there and stay there, you're good. But because you're going to travel there, then obviously you're going to come back because you live in London. You can't do that. So if you're Italy, France, Spain, you're all good.
And then I believe we're playing you in Greece.
We're going to Olympiacos, the stadium.
Your home leg.
No,
it's mad. I mean, like.
No, this was our home leg. So you're
our home leg. Sorry.
Yeah.
As it stands, if it's 0-0, then that's good for us.
Yeah, it's true. If it's 0-0, you go through. Yeah.
And who stood out for you today at Arsenal? Like, in your opinion, who stood out?
I have to say, definitely Saka. You already mentioned him. He's a great player. He has energy. He has pace. I was really, really scared when I saw the likes of Pepe and Martinelli coming off the bench. But Saka, for me, for Arsenal, has to be. I mean, he's great. I'm a bit disappointed that David Luiz didn't make any major mistakes.
I was going to get on to just your Luiz. Do you get that sometimes being Portuguese? Is it like David? But he's Luiz. It's kind of similar.
Yeah. He played for Benfica for a long time as well.
Would you welcome him back at Benfica with open arms?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Not so much because us at Benfica, we have this like sort of family feel to it. I know he hasn't done great. I know he's not what he was when he left. I'll still take him though. Over Otamendi and Jan Vertonghen,
Really?
Yeah, because he's Benfica, he feels the club,
he apparently we're offering him an extension. I don't know if you heard this. It's just I know he was great, but no, I just want him to like for Arsenal as Arsenal fans, majority don't want him to stay.
No, I get you. Yeah.
And so you what is that the sentimental reason to take him?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Not so much like for us. It's like players like David Luiz.
Yeah.
Players like Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
Di Maria. Nelson Semedo and Renato Sanches. Those are 5 players that even if you have one leg, you can come back and play for us because we have. And I don't know if it's a good thing, but we hold on to the players that fill the club. And it's a rare thing today because you have to think about these players. They're professional players. They're professional people. You know, they have to come out and get the money and play. But like Bernardo Silva, I watched a video like 3 or 4 days ago. He's at home listening to the Benfica anthem. You play for City. Why are you listening to that? You know, I can't wait. I don't care. Like come now, come in 5 years. I don't care. Come to Benfica. Di Maria as well. Renato Sanches.
Did they all come for your academy or something? All these players?
Yeah. They all came like Bernardo Silva, Di Maria, Renato Sanches, Nelson Semedo, David Luiz, Cancelo. Oh man, I could go on for time.
Who out of those? Who would be your favourite if you the list? For me, Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo has to be the favourite right now. Yes,
he's quality, and we've got to play him on Sunday, and I'm like,
yeah, Bernardo would be the favourite. If you ask me who you need the most, I'd probably say Ruben Dias because we lost him very late and it feels. But as a favorite, definitely Bernardo Silva, man. The guy is a gentleman, and I would love to see him playing on that right wing.
You see his goal against Everton.
Yeah, yes. I make sure I do.
And I'm sure he's licking his lips if he's going to play against us on Sunday because I think they'll annihilate us about 4 or 5-0 on Sunday because it's just I don't know who you playing at the weekend. Who have you got in between our game?
That's a good question, actually.
We've got Man City at home.
I know you have. I know who you have.
Sorry, it's away.
Okay. We have. Wow, we play on the 21st. Okay. We have Ferenc.
When are you playing?
We play Sunday, the 21st. Yeah.
Away or home?
Away.
Yeah.
We play Ferenc. They are 14th in the league, and there's 18 teams in our league, so they're pretty much near the bottom.
So maybe if we could touch on the league, how you feel Benfica have done this season. Maybe I believe you're 4th. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're 4th.
And how's your season been?
Crap, very very bad. I'll try, and I know a lot of people on the stream won't know much about Liga NOS, and I respect that. I would say our 4th position in Liga NOS, or the Portuguese Liga, is equivalent to a 10th in the Premier League. And I've spoken to a lot of Arsenal fans, and the similarities between both clubs right now are insane. You know, we don't even though we got a penalty today, we don't get penalties. We get all the decisions going our way. Our team can't play together. Our coach doesn't seem to have any idea what he's doing right now. And to top it all off, our chairman just wants business, and that's that. You know, so at the moment, it's tough. We're 4th place, like you mentioned. We're 14 or 13 points from Sporting Lisbon, which was first. They haven't done that in like 20 years.
So Sporting at top. Sporting at top.
Yeah, Sporting at top. Then it's Porto. Then it's Braga. Then it's us.
And who's your deadliest enemy in Porto? Who's your main?
Porto.
It is Porto. So when is it like Tottenham for us? Is it same hatred?
It's not the same because like Tottenham with you, they share they share London. So it's maybe like Man United because it's Porto is up top, you know, like up north. The only reason I don't see Sporting as a rival, and this is not a dig at any Sporting fans, but they haven't won a title for the last 18 to 19 years.
Wow.
So for me, how can I compare Like, how can I see Sporting as a rival when I've won like 5 in the last 6? Oh, sorry, in the last 10.
Yeah.
You know, so do you know what I mean? Like, I can't compare it.
Last season you won it, didn't you?
No, we didn't. Porto won last season. Yeah.
And the season before?
We did. We won 4 times in a row. I don't have the scarf here.
I could, yeah, please.
But that's like, so when you win twice, you get bye because you won twice. And when you win 4 times, that's our 36th title.
4 in a row.
It's called Tetra. That's 4 in a row, yeah.
Wow.
And then we've got 37 because then we lost the year afterwards, but then we won again. So
how many league titles have you got altogether in your history?
37 league titles. And 2 Champions League. I always say that. We have 2 Champions League. Come on. Somehow.
You make Man United look like nothing for all they did.
Yeah, but it's different worlds, bro.
Are you top in your league history with?
Oh yeah, by far. Yeah, by far. We've got 37. I think Porto's got like 28 or 20. Not even. I don't even know. Sporting's got 19. So
it's all right, you can have it.
Yeah, it's all right.
But so, is this one of the worst seasons you've seen Benfica? By the way you're speaking.
Yeah, definitely by far. We had a bad run back in the 90s. I was a bit too young to understand football back then. I was actually, I'll let you in on a little secret. A lot of the people that know me closer know this. I was actually a Porto fan until I was like 4 years old. Yeah. Porto 29. Okay, Porto 29, Sporting 19. Okay. I was Porto fan until I was about 4 or 5. And then in Portugal, we had this thing, especially like in the villages, people used to burn their rubbish back in the 90s. You know, people used to burn their rubbish. We wouldn't put it, you know. So one day I was like, hey, put this Porto scarf in there, put this Porto stuff. Why? I'm a Benfica fan. And everyone was like, yes. Because, you know, and I became a Benfiquista or a Benfica fan when I was like 4 or 5 years old. But we had a bad run. We had a bad run in the 90s. But then since like 2000, 2001, this is by far the worst run we've had.
And you're right, because you said the similarities of Arsenal. And I've supported Arsenal for 32 years.
Wow.
Because I'm 40 now. So
you don't look 40, bro. Nicely done. You don't look 40.
Cheers, man. So told everyone my age now. There you go, guys. But it was for me 89. Mickey Thomas. That's when I fell in love. I don't know if you know when we beat Liverpool 2-0 to win the league in '89.
I was born in the 1990, so I wasn't alive. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's why I fell in love, and we won league titles. And George Graham, I don't want to go much into it, but he gave me my best football ever. And then Arsene Wenger, first 10 years, and then basically in the last 10 years it's gone down, and then this year it's just the football's terrible. We've got fans that got 50% love Arteta, like Glenn, who's one of them in the chat. Me, I can't stand Arteta, and I want him sacked like 6 months ago because the football it's awful, and the football, and we're not going anywhere, and it's not I don't blame Arteta for taking the job because I would as well, but he's not the right man to lead us to glory. I mean, I think you could see that. I mean, maybe you might have a different opinion, but this gentleman here in the chat, he's a big anti Arteta man. So I don't know. Yeah, please give me your opinion, because obviously a non-Arsenal.
Yeah. Let me start with this. I started following Arsenal at the age of 8. Because I used to play Championship Manager 98. I believe that was it. And I used to always pick Arsenal. He had great players. And I just liked it. We both shed red. And I liked Arsenal. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's just, it sort of appealed to me.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't follow any English team, and it's only because I devote so much time to Benfica that I don't have time for that. If I was to follow a team, I'd probably follow Reading because I used to work for them and I live here, right? But with Arsenal, I'll be honest with you, I don't understand how you can have 70 million pounds sat on the bench.
Yeah,
because you had Pepe sat there, and you had Lacazette sat there as well, and I'm thinking, I'm going against Benfica for a little bit here. These guys are playing 3 centre backs. One of them is new, and the other 2 are very slow.
Yeah.
Let's abuse that. Let's go with 2 strikers. Let's have Saka on one wing, or even if you can put Pepe, you can put Saka, you can put Martinelli. These guys have pace and fast feet. What are you doing? I think if I was a manager, I would see it that way. I'd be like, well, hold on a minute. They're playing 3 at the back. Grimaldo's not super fast. Our right wing back, Diogo Gonçalves. You could see that everybody was struggling at the end. Like, oh, I'm tired. Yeah, because you've asked these. Yeah, everybody. Because you've asked these guys to continuously go up and down, and you didn't have 2 strikers. So if you have two strikers, you could have really punished us. I think. I'll tell you this, right? Arteta might not be the guy for the job, but I don't think it's right to fire him right now. I'm a guy that believes because it's not so much because of Arteta. For me, it's more because of the manager that comes in. And hear me out. You're going to come in now. You're 10th place.
Yeah.
In Europa League, I get it. But you're going to come in. The team they have is not going to be your team.
Yeah.
And it's going to take you a while to get the team playing for you. And if you're not a really great, like if you're not lucky, or if you don't have the power, like if you don't have a team behind you, you can be gone in like 3 or 4 months again. So as much as you say that you're not playing great football, and you're just hating it right now, ride it out. And that's what I'm doing with JJ right now. I don't like the way we're playing.
Yeah,
the formation.
You're not a fan of your manager, are you?
No. I'll be honest with you. The formation he played today was spot on what I wanted. Spot on.
Yeah. Spot on. You went 5 at the back, didn't you?
It was a 3-4-3, but with the wingers sort of making it 5 when you defend, and the 4 and the 5 when you attack. It didn't work.
When you are off the ball, you're 5 at the back. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you're off. Sorry, yeah, that's it. When you're off the ball, you got 5 at the back because you have the fast wingers there. And when you have the ball, which we didn't really have much of the ball, you have 5 in the middle, right? It didn't work. It didn't work because for me, I wouldn't have played Luka Waldschmidt up front, and I would have made some changes. Now we're not talking about Benfica right now. We're focusing on Arsenal. Yeah. I don't like my coach right now, but I don't think it's right to sack him now. Give him until the end of the season, and then we go. Okay, where are we? Because realistically, let's put it this way. Let's say, and I'm going to go for Benfica. If we win the Europa League and come, let's say, second in the Liga Nacional, right, and win the Portuguese Cup, realistically, that wouldn't be negative enough to sack a manager. And realistically, he can still do that. Yeah. Now with Arteta, he can still win the Europa League, right? I mean, he looked better right now than we do, right? Because you got the away goal. Did you win the FA Cup like last season, right, or something?
Last season, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know you're 10th, but realistically, I'll be honest with you, I don't think you're gonna end 10th. I think you're gonna go on a decent run there. I know you got City. I get it. It's just not gonna end 10th. And I think sacking the manager right now could be drastic because you could be assigned some guy from the B team. He doesn't know what you're doing. I mean, it's not a relegation battle. Let's face it that way. It's not a relegation battle. Ride it out until the end and then sign somebody new. That's my opinion, by the way. I'm not a manager. It's just my opinion.
I can see and get the right appointment because I believe the next appointment for Arsenal. So we can't just have another novice manager. We need an elite manager just to sort out
Simone.
And just take us to the competing with titles where we should be, which is why we moved to the Emirates to compete with Munich. That's what our old chairman said.
Yeah, I remember that.
Can I this question, Felix? Yeah, I was going to ask. Relentlessly, he said he loves Felix. What's your thoughts on him? Really good subscriber of mine. What? Because he was 110 million, is that right, from Atletico?
120, yeah.
Tell me about him. Like, what? How you?
If I tell you the truth, you won't believe me. But I'll tell you the truth anyway. João Felix is actually his family is like my third or fourth cousin or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I held him when he was 4 years old. Martin or Vincent is in the chat. He won't let me lie. Felix was he played for Porto. He started with Porto. Porto didn't want him because he was too weak, too small and too weak.
Okay.
And we're like, well, I will have him then. And the rest is history. He's playing for Atletico Madrid. I've actually put a bet with Betfred that he will win the Ballon d'Or
Really?
in just in his lifetime. Not, it doesn't have to be this year or the year before.
He's really young, isn't he? Like 20?
Yeah,
or 20?
he's 20 now, I believe. 19, 20 now. And I think he's great. I'll be honest with you. I think Atletico Madrid might not have been the best choice for him. But just because they got so many like great players in the midfield, and I don't think they're using him correctly in terms of they're not giving him the ball enough. But when he does get a ball, he's been playing well. I would love for him to his life story. I would love for him to be coming to the BPL. A team like Arsenal, a team like Everton, a team like even like we might not like the sound of this, but a team like Tottenham or something like that. It would be. I would love to see him like there. Although he needs time, he's showed that he can be a great player, and he saved us. I still say that the fifth title we had, Severovic, that he saw play today for like 10 minutes, didn't do anything. But with João Felix, he was a top goal scorer. And it's not because he was a great player, it's just because Felix gave him everything on the play. Simple. It's like I make the play, I cross it, and you just have to tap it in the net.
That's an unbelievable price. When I saw that, I'm like,
yeah.
What? Like, have you reinvested? Has it been reinvested?
That's where the issue is, and we can go on for like 2 days now. You
don't have to, it's a lot to explain.
It's just easily and quick thing. Our chairman, a lot of people want him out, and Felix is one of the reasons. We sold him for 120 million. We've invested some of it. We bought Everton. We bought Lucas Verissimo, the centre back that you saw today. We bought Pedrinho that you didn't even see today. We bought Luka Waldschmidt that you saw today. And these players, it's like you're trying to replace one player with five, and none of it. Oh, Darwin Núñez as well. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned him. It's just, they don't replace this guy. And then the thing is, for me, is making that money. Why didn't you go to Ruben Dias and said, "I'm gonna give you a huge pay rise on your wage for you to stay"? I would have much rather that. I would have much rather pick up that money, and give all these players wages. You
would have kept him.
Exactly. Not just him. Just I think if we keep that money and we invest into what we have already, is a lot better than just going to Brazil and buying all the weak sauce, apparently.
Well, Relentless kind of probably agrees with you. He says, thoughts on Felix, I think he'll go all the way to the top. And
I hope so.
Sounds to me like he could move on and possibly go to a Bayern Munich or a I don't know, somewhere in the league. So I like that. Yes, this Vinte say he's a lot of nice comments. He's
call him 27. You can call him 27. He'll love you forever. 27. Yeah.
Is that what? So I see Arsenal since the time of Henry. So Thierry Henry is my all-time favourite player, along with Dennis Bergkamp.
Bergkamp is my all-time favourite player. Yeah.
Bergkamp, mate.
That turn will always be with me.
The Newcastle one, or the Leicester, or
no, the Dennis, what was it? The Bergkamp, was it? Hold on, Dennis. I don't know who was it against, because
Newcastle, the turn,
I think it was Newcastle actually. I think it was Newcastle actually, because I hate Newcastle. Absolutely hate Newcastle.
You hate? Sorry, why is that then? What was
Oh, nothing to do with football. Nothing to. Yeah, it's against Newcastle. Yeah, 2001. Oh, sorry, 2002, 2001, 2002, 4th of May. Nothing to do with football, just due to women that were in my life. It's nothing to do with football.
But I've heard Newcastle is a great night out.
It is. I give you that. It's an insane. And I tell you what, I like the stadium. I've been there as well. I sat on the away end. We drew 1-1, but we went through that night.
I've never been to St James's Park. You climb the stairs. I've heard.
Yeah.
Tell me, are they as bad as what people say?
Yeah. It's bad. It's amazing. It's a beautiful stadium. I love this. Once you're in it, it's beautiful. But getting there, it's a bit, a bit iffy.
See, you've been to a lot of. You go and watch a lot of football. It sounds not just Benfica.
Yeah, so I've been to St James Park. I've been to Old Trafford. I've been to the Emirates. I've been to obviously Reading. What else have I been? I've been to Wembley, and I think that's it. Oh, I've been to the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff as well. I played there actually.
Well, so you what did you play? Semi-pro or something?
FA Cup. I played the FA Cup. I got smashed 6-0.
No, you play football? Are you a footballer?
I used to, not anymore, man. I played for Henley Town for 3.5 years. And we qualified for the FA Cup like 20th round. Like, bear in mind, this was like the very little round, like, you know. And we went to the Millennium we went to the Millennium Stadium and we got smashed 6-0. Yeah. And we came back home.
And so when did you stop? You just stopped playing, or was that quite a while?
I stopped playing when I was 5 years ago, or when I was 25. You're not getting paid. You're not getting paid enough to make a living out of it, and that gets tough. You have to pick a job or a hobby.
It's really hard to get into and make a living out, isn't it? That's why.
Yeah.
And you look at the TV and you look at these top players, and you think, of course, you get jealous. It's normal, but you don't realise until you speak to someone who has done it. They work bloody hard, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, man.
I know they're all overpaid, but I know for a fact for 20 years of their life they sacrificed and worked hard, and a lot they do deserve it. But some of them,
the way I see it is, they still overpaid. I'm not saying they're still overpaid, no doubt, but they do miss out on a lot. I mean, I was never. By the way, I'm not comparing myself to a football player, not even close. But there was times where, so at Henley Town, this is going a bit off track, but at Henley Town, we had a pre-season manager from Chelsea. Don't ask me his name; I have no idea. And I had just finished my shift 9 to 5, and I turned up at 7. I was already really tired because I'd been working. And we're doing pre-season. This guy is making us run laps and push-ups and sit-ups and laps and push-ups, sit-ups, jump up, you know. And I remember being there and thinking, like, I spoke to one of the players and I'm like, I get what this guy is trying to do, but he's overqualified for the job because he came from Chelsea where all these players are getting paid to play. And we're playing for Henley Town where I get paid £80 a week. And I get a bottle of water at the end of the match with a bacon and egg sandwich. That's all I'm getting. You know, I'm not paying my rent with £80 a week, and that's if I play. If I don't play, I get a lot less. So it was tough.
You had a big decision to make, right?
And I had to. I said to the coach, I was like, "Look, I got a rent to pay. I've got a, you know, I need to leave. Oh, you know." And then it was traveling. I live in Reading. Henley was always traveling. I didn't have a car when back then as well, so I had to get a lift. So if he didn't go, I couldn't go. And there was a couple of training sessions that he couldn't go, so I couldn't. I don't know. It was just tough, and I was like, you know what? Let's leave it. Let's forget about a dream I get. I had trials for Tottenham at a very young age as well. That didn't go. Yeah. I don't like saying that because it's an Arsenal. Let's forget that. Let's forget that.
Still, that's amazing. But you try, and did you train all your? It sounds like you trained went through all the training as a kid and everything worked hard.
Yeah. So I played for Martin said I played for Sacavenense, which is second league sort of club. And then I played for a slightly smaller team because I moved cities. And I actually have a certificate somewhere. I had this like, so in Portugal, you go to like a big club, they don't call you out and try you out. They'll call the whole team and have a team. They'll have a game against you. And they'll have a game against you. And then if any players stand out, they'll call you for a trial. And this is no word of a lie, man. I swear on my mother's life. We went to this Benfica stadium. We played them, and we got smashed 21-0. I am not joking. We can see that this was like just, Sigafnes, my team, against Benfica, right? And we can see the 11 goals in the first half and 10 in the second. And I only played in the second. And I remember thinking, hey, at least we didn't concede 11. Because I remember leaving the game and thinking, and that was it. I never tried for Benfica. I'm not saying that. I had a game against them, I guess. That's as much as I can say. And I saw Nuno Gomes. That's when I fell in love with Nuno Gomes. I don't know if you know him, striker for Portugal Benfica. He had hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. And guys, while you're here, please smash a like, subscribe to my channel, and just to remind everyone who's watching, Nuno Gomes.
Yeah, that's him. That's when I fell in love with the guy.
Look, just to tell my audience, Luis's link is in the description. Subscribe to him now.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Okay, because I'm really enjoying this. And just I wanted to ask, do you watch a lot? Have you, before lockdown, were you watching Benfica games? Were you managed to go to or what are you, a season? What are you?
I'm not a season ticket. I am a socio, which is like a paying member.
Like a red member?
You get
I'm a red member for Arsenal. And so I'm a paying member when I go. So I've got.
Where's my? I don't have it here. There's one there, but you can't see it.
Your friend Venti 27 played for two clubs, Mantimo and Union.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a very good friend of yours.
Yeah. We have a WhatsApp chat. We always talking to each other. He's usually Benfica supporter. He's from Madeira. I don't know if you know, Portugal has two islands. Madeira. Yeah. Okay. He's from Madeira. And those two clubs, Marítimo and União, are both in Madeira.
Three times I've been to Portugal.
Oh yeah? Nice.
Beautiful. Oh,
South?
So I've been Lisbon.
Oh.
And Faro and around the Algarve.
Yeah.
And done a few boat trips and lovely people, lovely food, really nice time. Absolutely amazing and relaxing, and it's lovely.
Nice, huh?
God knows when I'll be able to visit there again. But
I know.
Yeah, so you sometimes go and watch Benfica. You're so when you want to, you pay to go in normal times.
Yeah. So if I go to, I usually Martin again, Vincent, his name is Martin, or 27. If I go to Portugal, I go to watch Benfica. It's as simple as that. I've said this every time. Benfica's family. So it's like going to your country and not seeing family. If I don't go to see Benfica, it's like I didn't see family. I usually, and this is funny, I usually spend Valentine's Day with Benfica. I usually spend Valentine's Day with Benfica. I usually go there and spend Valentine's Day with the love of my life.
Yeah, but it is, mate. Yeah. I'm the same with Arsenal, because when you go there, it doesn't. I have to be careful how loud I say this, but it's just easy. You could just go there and you can just let all your feelings out and just
It's family, man. It's different. It's a different feeling. Hey, I'll show you something. Look, this is my like Benfica socio stuff,
Well, mine doesn't look as impressive as that, because I don't.
No, don't say that. It's just I got. Can you can't see it? Hold on. They gave me this one. This was the first one they gave me. I've got it all like here. That was the first one they gave me when I first signed up, right?
So Are you a part owner of the? Is it? Are you? Do you all own the club then, or do you have a?
No,
owner?
you just pay like a yearly membership to have like benefits, like you get tickets for cheap, you get letters from the club, you get every year I get a scarf. That's why I got some. Like I don't get these scarves, by the way. The scarves I get from the club, they're not on there. These ones are all bought by me. But yeah, but yeah, I get just like I get discount on Flight Emirates and stuff like that. But to be honest, man, it's more about having your card. It's not so much about having benefits.
That sounds like they look after you, mate. All I do is Arsenal. We get nothing, mate. We just get the card.
we get a little bit, I guess.
To be honest, we sold our soul and our family when we left Highbury. Highbury was a family, and
so you know, like, how do you feel about? Let me ask you some questions. You know, let me do the questions now.
Yeah. Because I know.
How do you feel about the Emirates? Like, as a stadium, do you feel like you connect with the players?
Honestly, I can't stand it, mate.
Okay.
Because I've watched a lot of games at Highbury and a lot of the Emirates, since I just feel it's just been a slow, steady decline. We've never won the league there. We've never won a European Cup there. We've just won a few FA Cups. And if you talk about the connection with the fans, that would because I'm sure when you've been to the Emirates, there's a bit of a space and you've all got to sit down. I don't know if you know, but when you go to the Emirates, jumping up and down is a forbidden fruit. I mean, you can't. You've got an area where you can, but some areas you have to just sit down. So it's I didn't know that. Big, yeah. So if I take my boy, for example, I have to sit in the family area, and you can only sort of jump up when they're about to score, and then you have to sit down, and it's just
wow. I didn't know that. So I did not know that. That's bad.
The North Bank where you can jump up and down, go crazy, but then I can't take my boy there. So
yeah,
it's times when so that connection, it's not like it used to be.
Also, I saw that Liam asked about Xhaka.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I was really surprised to see him starting. Like, really surprised. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, I was a bit
Mikel Arteta has favourites. 3 favourites. Well, 2, Bellerin and Xhaka. And this is for me, they're 2 of the worst footballers I've seen in the last 5 years at Arsenal. And Xhaka, I don't know if you saw the amount of times he just slipped over. He fouls players. How many times he fouled you? He fouled opposition players because he loses the ball. So I don't know what you think of him, maybe, but me, I can't. If we sell him tomorrow, yes. No
I never rated him. And then when he showed up in the lineup, I was like, yes. You know, I'll be honest with you. I was like, yes. To be honest, when I saw your lineup and our lineup, I was happy. I was like, you know what? Fair play. This is great. You know, didn't play out as I wanted it, but you know, I mean, Xhaka, really? It's Arteta.
If I woke up, put it this way, if I woke up tomorrow morning and he was in Hertha Berlin, I'd be like, good riddance. So he can go. There's a lot of players. If you're talking about other players, those 2 and Bellerin's our captain. So make of that what you will. Would you make Hector Bellerin your captain at Arsenal? Not when Aubameyang's not playing. Sorry, when Aubameyang is playing, Bellerin's like vice captain. Sorry.
No. I would quicker. And by the way, this might be a little bit biased, but I would prefer David Luiz as a captain than Bellerin. Jesus.
I'm not a massive fan, but at least he's got leadership skills.
Yeah.
You know, he commands and he talks, and he's quite a big guy, and you know he's at the back, and you know he's got character and he's got charisma. You know, he's as I said to you, he is on the way down, but at least he is a leader. But to be honest, we don't have a lot of leaders.
Yeah. So, I think that's what you lack, to be honest. When I look at, and this is my opinion, but like when I look at Arsenal, I don't see anybody that can pick up that team. You know, like on a bad day, they can just go, all right, boys, let's fix up, look sharp, and let's go for it. And I think you need that. Like, obviously, Partey is not going to do that either because he's a great player, but he just came in. You can't expect him to just come in and do that, you know.
He's never injury. He's got like this most amazing injury record. He's comes to Arsenal injured out, and we haven't really seen him.
Do you reckon that can be because of your management skills in terms of
I think it's a combination of Arteta, whose management skills are zero. He doesn't know how to manage players and he situations. And Partey, he rushed him back 2 or 3 times too much, and I think a lot of it's also down to some of our physios because players seem to come to Arsenal. I don't know if you've known, and they get injured.
Yeah,
we just love an injured player. And you've got 2 of our best players, Tierney and Partey, always injured. So
yeah.
I think it's a combination of physio and Arteta. So
it's sad, man. It's sad and tough.
I think going back to the beginning, what you're saying, like the way you're speaking and us, it just sounds like you're unhappy, incredibly unhappy. But you just told me how many times you've won the league, and I probably would be. We've only won 13 measly titles. You're like,
yeah, but then you have to put it all on a scale and realize EPL. Portuguese League. I'm very aware that, fair play. We don't spend as much money. I get it. Like, this is the first time we spend some decent amount of money. But with Benfica, it's like, I feel like if Arsenal has a really bad season, they can get relegated. Benfica, even if they had a really bad season, they'll never get relegated because our competition will never be that. Like, we would never be as bad as our competition, if you know what I mean, right? But like, I'm not saying Arsenal will ever get relegated. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you have a really bad season, you can lose every game. Benfica with a really bad season, for me, finishes 4th. That's why, for me, this is the bad season.
Wow. If we finish 4th, we've got no chance. If you to ask me, for me, I think at best 6th, at absolute best, mate. Because we've won. I believe it's lost 10, won 11. I mean, that's appalling. Like, I don't know how many losses you've got, but what's your...
We don't have many losses. Realistically, we have... I'm rubbish with stats. I should have done my research. Sorry, brother.
No, I'm just...
It's like, I think we've lost like 2 games. We lost 1 game against Boa Vista, and we lost 1 game against Sporting, I think it was. And then we just have lots of draws. We just keep drawing every game. We draw. Like today. That's a good example, right?
I predict that with that draw is going to somehow, it's just going to be, if we're going to talk a bit about next week before you, because I know you've got another podcast and stuff, and I can't believe we've been on air for 53 minutes. It's just flown by, and I just somehow, for something, feels like those Aubameyang chances, mate. We're just gonna regret. I just feel you'll improve, because, not being disrespectful, I just feel like I didn't see anything from you offensively. Really, I don't know if you offensively.
No.
I'm sure you can play better, and you probably will. I'm sure your coach. I loved his passion. I loved how he was shouting and screaming. I'm sure he's laying into your players to say, "Come on, you can't play that bad again."
Yeah, no disrespect taken, brother. I've always feel free to disrespect me in a way. I didn't see anything either. Like the first half, especially, we didn't see anything. And I know why. I mean, he played Lucas Waldschmidt on the left. He put Darwin. He put Pizzi. They're slow players. They're good at having the ball on their feet, but who's gonna take the ball there? As soon as you put Rafa, you saw a lot more because he's fast on his feet and he's fast.
Is he your best attacking player, Rafa, or who else?
Right now, right now for sure, in my opinion, and this is, I would have played Everton, which came on, didn't do much, or Servi. And the only I honestly would have played Servi, because Servi and Grimaldo have been at Benfica for a very, very long time. They know each other. They combine really well. And in my opinion, I don't know. Servi's fast. He's a short kid. He has fast feet. I think next match, I'll play the exact same team. I'll take Luka Waldschmidt out and put Servi in, take Pizzi out and put Rafa in, and just start like that.
You've with the result as it is, you have to score, and
early as well, because we need to get. You need to get off. We need to just go at it, because if we take too long, then it's just not going to work.
You sound quietly confident that you are going to knock us out. Like
no, I don't sound confident at all. I just want to see more. Like a team like that. Like the thing is, right now
we're a poor team at the moment.
But so are we, though. That's the thing. We can't play football, dude. Like I was just checking. We have 19 games played. We have 11 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses. I'm not sure who we lost. I have no idea. I know we lost to Boa Vista. We lost to Sporting, I believe. I don't know. What did we lose to? I don't know. All I'm trying to say is now we have nothing to lose. If we come out just to not score and get another draw, we're out. So you need to go. I'd rather lose 3-0 with trying than just. Hold on, my light is playing up.
Yeah, take your time, man.
Right. I'd rather lose 3-0 because I tried to win the game. Other than I'm not gonna play the game and lose 1-0 and we're out. Like you didn't even play the game. Like today, our first half, we didn't even play. We're just like it felt like I don't want to be here. What am I was like? What are you talking about? You're getting paid to do this. Go on and put in the show.
And so, bottom line, I'm worried because when you miss chances like that, you always regret it. It just comes back to bite you. And like you, I would like to see changes in the second game. I would like to see Lacazette start. I'd like to see Martinelli get a start. And he's not going to get dropped, but I would like Xhaka to be dropped and maybe go for an El Neni and Ceballos. I mean, I know our midfield is poor. As you can see, without Partey, there's nothing there.
I don't know, man. I think I'm just correct. He said we lost to Boa Vista, Sporting, and Porto. We didn't lose to Porto. We lost to Boa Vista. We lost to Sporting, and we lost to Braga. We drew with Porto 1-1. So our 3 losses are to Sporting, which is first, Braga, which is third, and Boa Vista, which is like freaking last.
I don't remember all our losses. There's been so many.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
No, it's true. And we've got. It's just in fact, and I don't know if you knew. At one point, we were 15th in the league, and nobody was even putting pressure on Arteta, and that just. I've back on my channel. I did so many videos of Arteta out, and
I watched them
a lot of traction and a lot of people. Yeah, and but for some reason, the media and a lot of people just seem to think that this man is going to do an amazing job. Please, if you can see something that I'm not, but
if I was to take the game today as an example, playing Xhaka, no, not having I feel, and I should never feel this way, but I feel that if I was there, I would have done better. And I think when you feel that way, something is not working. I've always said this, right? I've always said this. If I ever feel that I can do better than a player that is currently on a pitch, then something is wrong. Because I should never be able to feel that way. I should never be able to feel like I can do more than, for example, Gabriel. I shouldn't be able to feel that way because I'm a no one that sits in a chair and talks to you. And this guy is getting paid this is Portuguese money, by the way, like 15, 20 million, 20,000 a week to play football. And I'm like, I shouldn't be able to even think about doing better. I can see that I can't do better than Rafa. I can't do better than Jan Vertonghen. I can't do better than Otamendi. But I can sit here and say, as creating, I can do better than Gabriel, which is the guy that came on for God knows what reason. God knows why Gabriel came on. I should be able to feel that way. And the fact that sometimes, today, for example, I was like, if that was me, I would have put Lacazette up front with Aubameyang. Hurt them where it hurts because they've got 3 centre-backs and they're slow. 2 of them are super slow.
But Benfica were there for the taking, so just take a
We got 3 centre-backs. One of them is 33. and he played for City, and everyone hated him at City because he was slow and he made all the mistakes that you could ever imagine. It's like a worse version of David Luiz. Like why are you not using that to your advantage? And Xhaka, I've never rated him in Switzerland. I don't rate him at all.
And that's where Arteta failed.
Yeah,
and that's where this time last year we went out to Olympiacos. I don't know how you did last year, and then he just started. So he's had 3 transfer windows, and I don't want to keep giving him transfer windows. So by the end of the season, I want him gone. And you're obviously, I know you're not happy with your manager. Who would you like to see manage Benfica if you could?
I actually we just got our manager this when the season started like 4 months ago. I said before we had some options. I would have seen Carvalhal. I don't know if he used to manage Swansea.
Carvalhal, the Italian? No,
Portuguese guy. He used to see if I can get. He manages Rio Ave in Portugal now. Sorry. No, he used to manage Rio Ave, but he now manages Braga, and he used to manage Swansea. His name is Carlos Carvalhal. He managed Swansea, and I believe he managed some other team as well in England. I don't know. I wanted to see him, or and this. I don't know why I love this guy, and I want an Ancelotti. Because
I wanted. Do you know when we got Arteta? I thought they'd gone the wrong direction because I thought surely Ancelotti should be our manager and Arteta should be Everton's manager.
Yeah, I love an Ancelotti, man. I know. It's the thing is for Portugal, it's hard to get all these coaches because realistically they see 2 good games a season, which is Sporting and Porto. So 4 away and home, right? Unless you're in the Champions League, you can't attract these sort of managers or players.
I don't know if your friend is saying, he's asking what I think of Cedric Suarez or yourself. Well, I'll answer it first. Why the hell is he playing left wing when he's a right winger and instead of Bellerin? So yeah, I'd rather have him on the right. I don't know what you thought of him, Cedric Suarez.
I think he's shit. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's a player for Arsenal. Like I remember when he came to join Arsenal, I'm like, I wouldn't take him at Benfica. So why would these guys take it at Arsenal? You know, I'll be honest with you. I put Arsenal there, Benfica there, only because you guys play in the EPL. In terms of history, no. But in terms, I'm talking about present. I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about like 10 years ago when we were like used to dominate Europe. No. If I wouldn't take Cedric in the Liga NOS, why would you take Cedric in the EPL? You know, I was, Nelson Semedo. That is okay. That I don't know how or why he's doing so badly for Wolverhampton, but he's an EPL player. Cancelo is an EPL player, and I'm talking about like Portuguese defenders. I tell you what, I'd rather see what's his name.
Who's worse then, Cedric or Bellerin?
Probably still Bellerin. Just because it's Spanish.
Yeah, the rivalry, but as Relentless says, big up Carlo, proper manager. Don, he is what
I love to have him at Benfica, man.
Yeah,
I would love to. Absolutely love it.
In terms of what you've got left to play for, so you've got the Europa League, and you say you've got the Portuguese Cup. Is that like the FA Cup? So
yeah, that's the FA Cup. Yeah, we have that. We are in. Are we in the semis? I believe we're in the semis against Estoril, and we are up 3-1 because it's like 2 legs.
Yeah.
And I think our last. Hey, Martin, Vincent, correct me if I'm wrong. Are we in the semis? And we beat. I know we beat Estoril 3-1. I know that. I think we are in the semis, and if we beat them, we're going to the final. And the final might be against Porto.
So you've still got quite a bit to play for.
Yeah, so it's still
in an extent, in a sense.
We are 13 points away from Sporting. We still have, half the games to play, roughly. So, and Sporting have this thing. They always seem
Have a
to.
chance of winning the league? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying?
Mathematically, yes. Mathematically,
cool.
yes. Yeah.
13.
I don't think we'll ever. I don't think we'll have to go on an insane Man City run.
Do you Relentless is asking, do you like Wolves then because of the Nelson Semedo sort of?
Do I like Wolves? I like football. I like football.
Yeah.
So I like Wolves when they're playing good football. Right now, the Wolves are not playing great football, so I don't even bother to watch. I like to follow. I used to follow them a lot more when Jimenez was fit.
Yeah.
Because obviously he came from Benfica as well. He's saying that is there's two legs.
Okay.
That's what he's saying. Yes, I know. One thing, Martin, there's two legs. I get it, but we won the first one. Ganhamos a primeira. Se ganhamos a segunda, vamos para as finais. I'm just asking if we win the second one, are we going to the finals? Because I swear we make it. If we win one more, the situation is we won the first one 3-1, so we're up. So if we win the next one, are we in a final or are we in the semi-finals? That's where I'm confused.
Saying yes, I think he's saying yes.
Yes, he said yes. Okay, so basically, if we win against Estoril, we're in a final of the FA Cup Portuguese version, right? Cool. And we're 13 points away from Sporting Lisbon. We still have to play Sporting Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon still has to play Braga. Still has to play Porto. They still have some. I don't think I'm going to win the league. I'm not saying that. I just want to come podium. I want to come at least third. Come third, win the Portuguese Cup, and have a decent run in the Europa League, and I'll forgive you. But right now, with a 1-1 and you got the away goal, I'm thinking we're out. But we'll see. We'll see.
This is all we've got to play for, and I just personally think our season's going to be over next week. I'm not confident at all, mate.
I want to say yes. I hope you're right.
Of course, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Pedro Neto is a baller. Do you rate him?
Yeah, massively. Yeah, massively. I tell you what, Portugal as a national team, we have some great players coming up. Mate, I'm really looking forward. I never thought. I always said this, right? If Benfica wins a European title, be it Europa League or be it Champions League, I can die happy because I never honestly, in a million years, I never thought I would see Portugal win a European title. I never thought I would see that. And that goal against France and the win, I jumped in the river in Reading. I didn't care. I was like, I'm going in. It was like 11 p.m. I went in. It was a promise. I said, if we win,
Wow.
It's a feeling that, I'm sorry, but I can't compare that feeling to anything in the world. It was just too much.
So the Portugal Euros win is your favourite memory. If we talk about memories as a football fan, is that your all-time favourite? Then
No. And I'll tell you why. If I was in Portugal, a Benfica league title is something to be. I'll tell you why. Right? If I was in Portugal, and celebrated that European title in Portugal, I'm 80% sure that would have been my favorite football memory. But because I celebrated in England, getting drunk with Portuguese friends, it's not the same. And I tell you what, I could spend 2 days trying to explain to you what it is to win a Portuguese title with Benfica, but I can't. It's something that you have to be there to see. It's something. The fireworks.
Have you got 2 Champions Leagues? Is that right?
Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't alive for those, unfortunately.
2 more than us.
Yeah, but it's all black and white, my friend. It's all black and white. To see that, I have to go back to the VHS and watch it in black and white. So it counts, but for me,
it counts.
It's history. I get it.
So, I know you. I can't believe this time has flown. And just maybe you could sort of tell me what you got coming up on your channels and sort of what's in the next, because you sound like so busy. Just maybe tell me what's going on.
I'm happy to be here, brother. I'm never too busy to talk about football, man. I love this thing.
You sound like you love football. You sound like you're passionate.
Oh man, I love football. I'll tell you what. If I got paid for this, I'll do this like 24/7. I just wouldn't sleep. I'll just keep talking. Tonight I have So I have Benfica After 90. I think that's the main one because the other one I'm not sure about what's going on. I've just received a message, but I'm not entirely sure. I got Benfica After 90. It's a bit late. It's at 2 a.m. because we have Alex Melo in California, and for him that's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. But hey, if you guys are up, you can't sleep for some reason. Hey, hop in. We're gonna talk Arsenal a lot. We have, I believe, I'm not entirely sure because. So right now, as we're doing this, Mario from Benfica After 90 is on a different channel, Arsenal channel, and he's going to invite one of the guys. He already knows about it, but he's going to make sure he's good to go at 2 a.m. So I think we'll have Glenn from Everything is Arsenal tonight.
He's in a different time zone, I know that.
Yeah,
so
he told me this. Yeah, he told me this. So I think he's going to be with us discussing Benfica Arsenal first leg. It's going to be a good show. I know. I will probably drink more, vape more, and
so it's all right, isn't it?
No, yeah.
You do this every night at 2 or
not every night? No. I stream a lot. Like I said, I stream a lot on Twitch. Today I was streaming. I was making a logo because I make logos. I make like graphic stuff. So I made a logo today on stream, and then I played some FIFA, raged a little bit, and tried the new. I want to show it again. Try the new new beast.
My boy would love you. My boys, I can show you.
You got a white one? Wait, hold on. I can give you the same. I can go right back at you.
Yeah, but it's not me that plays it. It's my boy. Like,
it's quite funny. So if you look at this controller, you can see red, white, and black. And I can show you red, white, and black. So the same colors.
What's better, gaming or football?
Football. Oh, wait, by far. Like, no. Don't get me wrong. I love gaming, but like football, man. My dream is just to travel around the world.
I just had a question. Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm new. I've only been doing this just under a year or so. And tell me, like, is it easy to set it all up or to start?
Yeah. If you
stream on multiple sites or?
So I stream. So what I do is, let me try and put it into. So 21 translates to 21. It's 21 in Portuguese. Okay. Mainly, I'll show you again because of this guy. You can see his number up there, number 21, right? It's just been that number, right? That's where I make all the videos about my life and stuff. Twitch is where I game. I have conversations. I just go live. Imagine you're home, you're not doing anything. You go, you know what? I fancy a chat. And instead of going on WhatsApp and talking to my friends, hey, let's hop on Twitch and let's have a chat. And I just game. I play Ultimate Team, or I play Warzone, or I play anything really. Sometimes I play horror games just to have a bit of fun, and I just talk to people. I don't know, man. I'm the person. I don't know. I just like meeting new people and learning new things about all. My dream is to literally travel the world watching football. I'd love to do that. Pack a bag and just travel. That'd be so amazing.
Wow. So tell me if you could pick any football stadium to go to, what would it be?
San Siro, Italy.
Which one?
San Siro, Italy, the home of AC Milan and Inter Milan.
Why is that?
Just because I've never been, and it's been that bucket list. I've got a few more, but that is
Juniors.
Boca Juniors. Yeah, Argentina. Yeah, Boca Juniors has to be done.
Them fans.
You see, man, I almost want to go. I almost want to say to you, listen, when all this stuff is done, I swear to God, man, when all this stuff is done, I'll take you to Lisbon for a weekend. I'll take you to the state. I'm not joking. I'm honestly not joking. We go on an easy jet flight. It's like 60 quid. We'll go to the stadium. I'll buy you the football ticket. We'll go to watch Benfica, man. Because honestly, it's
a similar level.
Man. Honestly, it's insane. It's insane, man.
When was the last time you went to a game then? Sorry.
A year ago, the 15th of February. 2020.
About me, similar a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, because then I came back to the UK, and then obviously the whole thing started. And obviously I couldn't.
What's the? Is it all the fans? Everyone mad, jumping up and down, going crazy?
Depends where you sit. Depends where you sit. We have two. I don't have the stadium. We have like south end, north end sort of thing. We have one on the other side, one side, the other one on the other, like sort of behind the goals, jumping up and crazy. Then you have the first ring and the second ring, which kind of jump. If you go really up high, people tend to be a bit more calmer. But wherever I go, I am jumping up and down. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I'm sorry. I'm not at the theater or the cinema. I'm watching a football game.
Watch football. That's the problem in this country. You probably don't get stewards telling you sit down. You don't get all that. Like
they'll get, with all the respect, they'll probably get murdered. So don't do that. Everybody will jump on them and say, "What are you doing? I paid 30 euros or 25 or whatever, 20 euros to be watching a game. I'm not going to sit here and just watch the game. I'm going to
TV."
I have a picture on when I was on TV for a while. I literally shouted at the ref, going, "Are you blind?" And I've got this like, my arms are like this, and I don't know how, but people I think people know because I got loads of messages on Instagram. "Oh, I just saw you on TV." Even from people that I've never known. Yeah, I don't know how that works. And then I saw the picture, and it's just me going like that. And I'm like, "Oh no!"
What was it? A big game or was it a big?
It was. It's always a big game. When Benfica plays, it's always a big game, brother. It wasn't a big. I think it was.
I guess you've got no. Because you've got no fans in the stadium either, have you? There, no fans.
We missed that a lot. I'm gonna tell you, we missed that a lot. I as a team.
It's a big difference, doesn't it? The players don't play. They're not trying as hard. When they make a mistake, they're not. So when you go 1 or 2-0 down, I've seen it with Arsenal when we got smashed by Aston Villa. If it's 3-0, the fans wouldn't have had it. They can just get away with it.
Yeah. No, but I'll tell you something. The first half of today felt like a friendly match, a pre-season match, right?
It's boring, wasn't it?
But hey, Vincent or Martin or 27, every time I go to Portugal, I make sure he comes with me. Or try at least, I get his tickets, we go in there, and he can tell you, we don't sit down. We shout to the players, like not shout, we just try and pick the team up, and we move around the stadium. I don't care. Yeah. We I'll start on this end, right? And next like I'm on that end. I don't.
What's your capacity of your
65,000?
Right.
Hey, let me tell you something. You think that's big? Our old stadium was 120,000, and we had to demolish it. Yeah.
What was that?
2000 when we demolished it.
Why would you demolish it for a smaller stadium?
Because UEFA didn't allow us to have. It wasn't like UEFA rated and stuff like that. So we had to demolish that and build a 65,000 one. This was 2003 or 4 for the Euros, and now since we've had this one, we've had Champions League finals. I think 2 of them now, or 1 European League. We've had quite a lot of stuff going on in the stadium, so it's good for us, I guess.
So you're missing football.
Mate.
You just want to get there. You want, like me. I just love taking my boy. I love going. I love it. I know Arsenal said, but still, you've got something and that feeling and going and getting in there and the adrenaline and just being with people that love football, who love your team just like you.
Exactly. That's it.
And I don't know. Is there any talk of when fans might be allowed back in Portugal, or because here? Or is it the same rubbish as here?
Nah, same as we have. I don't think we'll have any fans this season, brother.
Oh, no chance. Next season?
I can only hope. Man. I hope that I can try. I mean, as soon as they say there are fans in the stadium, I'm traveling. I'm out. I'm like,
normality needs to return, but that's another conversation altogether. But we'll have to wrap this up a minute. But I just want to to say thank you so much for coming on, and I really appreciate it. And I'd love to, if you want me to pop on yours, we can message on Insta or whatever. Because I know you've got 2 more podcasts coming up.
Yeah, I got one in half an hour. Yeah, he just messaged me saying, "Are you good?" So yeah, I'm have one in half an hour, and then another one in 2.5 hours. Yeah, and then one tomorrow.
So if you haven't really, go and subscribe to both his channels. The link is in the description.
That's right, man. Thank you so much, guys.
It's down there, and I will definitely be watching. And I also want to thank you for educating me about Benfica and their passion, and which is clearly there in you, and appreciate it very much.
No, man. Like, it's all my pleasure. Honestly, I really enjoy myself, man. I wouldn't have done it any other way.
And this is I'll end on this comment. It's your face. I like all these podcasts talking to fans who like football. I love football, and that's it. Is educate myself and educate my subscribers. And if I can do that, I've achieved something.
That's it, brother.
So I'll let you go and eat and relax before your next podcast. And yes, I would wish you luck for next week, but we'll see.
We'll keep in touch for sure, man. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome.
And we'll definitely have a chat on Instagram and all that stuff, man. Thank you for having me on. I'll shoot out now.
Take care.
See you, man. Take it easy.
Bye. Bye now.